Hey villagers, I've always considered myself to be a little savvy when it comes to tech stuff. Not like an IT geek or whatever, but I've always been able to make my way around an environment. But I was really tested this weekend. You're watching Life with Ben on PTV. Over the past few weeks of doing some live streams at my home location instead of here at the villa, I've had to rely on my home Wi-Fi environment, and that is a problem, which has led to a hashtag of buffering Ben. Yeah, I get it, buffering Ben. It's funny, but it's frustrating to me because when I'm trying to say something online, it just means that I have to repeat myself over and over again until my system allows me to say what I'm trying to say. I finally figured out that I had to replace my Wi-Fi environment. I've been using an Apple Extreme and a couple of extenders from Apple over the past 5 or 6 years, but it was becoming increasingly evident that they were dying and in need of replacement. I was talking to my friend Sean in Ohio about my issues with Wi-Fi, and he said, "Ooh, I've got the perfect product for you." He said, "Ben, you want an Orbi?" And I said, "What's an Orbi?" So he sent me a link and showed it to me, and it's this mesh Wi-Fi system that is supposedly easy to set up, and you spread it throughout the house. You have your router, you have your 2 satellites, 3 satellites, however big. My house is only 1,400 square feet, and he was suggested that I get something that would cover 6,000 square feet. And I'm going, that's overkill. But he said, no, you're gonna want it. But I decided, you know what? I know what I need. I'm gonna go with about something that's maybe for 4,000 square feet. So I got an Orbi. I started my day yesterday. I went to Best Buy. I probably got home with the Orbi system that I picked up. Got home at about 3:30 or so. And I started to set it up. This is the moment that I started to feel like a complete moron. So I'm in the process of putting things together. I get the router out, I get the 2 satellites out, and I start placing them around the house. And I use an app that's downloaded onto my phone to start putting it all together. And it comes up automatically with some sort of name in it, like Orbi08. And I thought, you know what? I don't like that. I want to personalize this. So I go ahead and I work on my phone. I get the Orbi name out of there, and I create my own password, and I start setting things up, and everything's great for about 3 seconds. It was at that time that I figured out that I may have done something in a wrong order and screwed up the entire network. And no matter what I tried to do, I couldn't get it fixed. Apparently, you're not supposed to rename something before you establish it, otherwise it's not going to work for you. So after 3 hours of trying to fight with this thing, I throw in the towel. I feel like a complete idiot. What should have been a really happy, fun time, la 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 la, you know, let's get the Wi-Fi going, everything's going to be great, it's going to stream like crazy. No! I packed it all up, I went right back to Best Buy, and I got in line and waited in line for about another 20 minutes. This is after about 3 hours of fighting with the system at home. All I want to do is get back home with something that I think I'm going to be able to set up. So the kid that's behind the desk says, "Oh, you know what? We can set you up with our Geek Squad, and they'll be able to help you out." And I thought, all I want is something else so I can go home and put it together. So he says, no, this will be easy. We can do this for you. So he sets me up over at the Geek Squad area, and I sit down and I'm waiting for like 5 minutes, and I'm already going, oh, just get me out of here. Comes out, he says, well, they're not going to be able to meet with you just yet, but they told me that, you know what, for $100, we're going to be able to send someone out there and they'll be able to set it up for you. I'm thinking, no! I had just spent 3 hours of my Saturday in like 85-degree weather in Oakland with no air conditioning, trying to set this new environment up for me, and it isn't working. These guys at Best Buy are trying to convince me to keep the unit, so no. I brought the box back. I had the receipt, no brainer. I gave it back to them. They gave me back my money. I'm standing in the aisle at Best Buy with the Wi-Fi networking equipment, looking at all kinds of different options, and I finally get the attention of someone, and I said, look, I just want a simple solution for Wi-Fi. What do you suggest? Without missing a beat, the guy points right at the shelf and he goes, Google Wi-Fi. That's what you want. And I said, sold. So I go up to the register. It's $40 cheaper than the previous thing that I had purchased, the Orbi, and I get it home. I was fortunate in that I had had my sister drive me to Best Buy because I had a feeling that I was so frustrated I would just drive my car into a wall and end it all. But while I was driving home, or riding home I should say, I downloaded the Google Wi-Fi app onto my phone and I went, okay, cross your fingers, Ben. Let's try and hope that this works. This is what I came home with. And you'll see it has like 3 different pods, which is perfect because that's all I really need in my house. I've got the main one that sits right next to the modem, and then I've got one halfway through the house, and the other one is going to be sitting in the back bedroom. So I opened the box, I put everything throughout the house, and I set one up at a time as suggested by the app. And I go step by step by step, and they could not have made it any easier. Google Wi-Fi was so easy to set up. Like I said, I'm not the brightest IT person, but I get by. But this was a real challenge, and I was hoping that they'd make it really easy, and Google could not have made it any easier for me. Hopefully we won't have any more buffering, Ben. I've still got the hardwire ready to go in the event that something fails, but for right now, I think it's gonna work. I did a speed test yesterday when I set it up, and I had 114 megabits per second downloading onto my network, which is faster than I've had in literally months. The previous environment had been dying for so long, I didn't even realize it. But now that I've got my new Google Wi-Fi, I am thrilled. We're in the middle of our live stream hangout on Sunday, and I got to get back to that, but I wanted to at least share my story while it was fresh in my mind. Thanks for watching Life with Ben. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that subscribe button and subscribe to PTV. You can also find us on social media at Pepper Tree Villa on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And remember, adventure is out there.